Best albums of 1984? Let's do this.
And now for my next number, I'd like to return to the
classic. Time.
What's up, guys? It's Alex back again, and this time around I'm doing my 10 favorite albums from 1984. And I say favorite because these aren't necessarily the best albums from 1984, but they are my favorite ones. So I'm going to get into this video. I do want to give a quick honorable mention to Metallica's Ride the Lightning. I don't own a physical copy of it, but it would be on this list if I did. So just know, even though I don't show it in this video, it would have been on the list. So let's do this. Coming in 10th place, Philip Bailey, Chinese Wall. Even if, you know, the Phil Collins produced albums plays the drums on the entire, for the entire album, but it has the monster hit Easy Lover on it, and that's, for that song alone, it makes this album worthwhile. So, but I have to put this album at the bottom because there's still a couple songs on here that I'm not a big fan of, despite the fact that it's Philip Bailey. But it's produced by Phil Collins, so can't hate it too much. U2, The Unforgettable Fire, in 9th place. This copy is a terrible copy of this album, but I need an upgrade of this for sure. But it's still a great album. I love side 1 to this album, and I'm not a huge U2 fan by any stretch of the imagination. This one and Joshua Tree, and I think it just about stops there for me with U2. But yeah, this is a fantastic album, a stellar album in my opinion, and so I have to give it a mention. There, The Unforgettable Fire. Chicago 17. Is it their best album? Absolutely not. But there are a couple of great hits on here, such as You're the Inspiration, Hard Habit to Break, and Once in a Lifetime, which no, is not a cover of Talking Heads, which I thought it was when I picked the album up blindly before listening to the track. But no, it's not. But it's still a great album. It's still a good album. I wouldn't say it's a great album because they definitely have better albums than this, but it is one of my favorites from 1984, so I can't knock it. Argue with this next one all you like, but 7th place, Wheels Are Turning, REO Speedwagon. Just for the monster hit, Can't Fight This Feeling, which I did not discover through the VC. I actually discovered it through one of my favorite TV shows that goes by the name Supernatural. They use a lot of classic rock in the show, and Can't Fight This Feeling was used in an episode, and since then I've just been hooked. So yeah, great album. Love it to bits. But Purple Rain just beats it. When Doves Cry is obviously on this album. I Would Die, Baby I'm a Star, or Baby I Would Die for You, excuse me. The title track, Purple Rain. Let's Go Crazy. How can you not like Let's Go Crazy? Am I a big Prince fan? No. Do I love this album? Absolutely. I don't know if it's just because it's a must-have, but there are a few good hits on here that I love. So, you know, just pick it up for the hits and enjoy it when I can. What's in 5th place? Yeah, we are in 5th place. Foreigner, Agent Provocateur. I think I pronounced that name wrong, but I don't care. And once again, there is a monster hit on this album. I shouldn't have to say what that is, I just said it on the hype sticker. but you should know as soon as I show it anyway. A friend of mine actually picked this album up when I told him that this song was on here, because we went records shopping together last year and they picked it up, and I told them that song was on it, and they didn't hesitate to buy it. So, but still a good album, easily one of my favourite Foreigner albums. Actually, I'd probably go as far as to say it is my favourite Foreigner album. And I love Foreigner, so yeah, there's that one. Agent Provocateur. Excuse me if I pronounced the name wrong, but what are you gonna do? Next up on the list, Wham! Make It Big. What do I need to say about this? Has all the hits on here. All the hits. I'm sorry that my phone just went off, but I can't control Facebook, unfortunately. But yes. Wake Me Up Before You Go Go, Everything She Wants, Freedom, and Careless Whisper. Need I say more than those 4 tracks? There's obviously more on here, but those are the 4 huge hits off of this album. The only reason it's this low is because there are actually 3 albums I prefer over it, and one of them I just showed on Facebook recently, because I didn't pick it up until recently. I was waiting to get this album in my collection before doing this video. That's why it took me so long to get this video to you, because I wanted to pick this album up and I never owned a copy. That album is Love at First Sting by Scorpions. Once again, has another big monster hit on here, Rock You Like a Hurricane, but I enjoyed this whole album from front to back, and that's exactly why it's this high on my list, because it was a big surprise when I played it. And so yeah, there's that one. This next one I only have on CD. Well, actually I don't have it, someone else in my family does, but I have a physical copy of it so I can show you, and it's in second place. And I'll explain why. It's because it's not my favourite album by this band. But I still really love this album. And the album in question is Talk Talk It's My Life. Of course, rest in peace Mark Hollis. But of course, still one of my favourite 80s bands. So I had to squeeze one of their albums in there somewhere. Unfortunately, this is only number 2, because there is one album that beats that, and I mean, I hate to put this album in here because it is technically, 1, it's a compilation, 2, it's a posthumous release by this artist, and 3, it is a greatest hits. So whether you want to count it for this video, that's completely up to you, but of course I'm counting it, because it is officially, it came out in 1984, therefore it's officially my favourite album that came out in 1984, and that is Legend by Bob Marley. This was like many people, was my introduction to Bob Marley. And then from there I just picked up the albums with the hits that I liked. Steer It Up, Buffalo Soldier. Well, I don't actually like Buffalo Soldier that much, but Three Little Birds, Is This Love? One Love, People Get Ready. Get Up, Stand Up. Every song on here is amazing, so had to grab that, had to show it, because it is my favourite album from 1984. And with that is going to wrap up this video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what your lists would be down in the comments, because I'd be super interested to know, for whatever reason. I mean, I think it's just because I love the 80s, so you know, I would love to know. But again, if Ride the Lightning by Metallica is your favourite Metallica album, or your favourite album from the year, again, I apologise, it was not on the list, but it's only because I have a rule on the channel where I only show things that I have physical copies of. I don't know why that's a rule of mine, but it is. So, but I'm digressing again. Thank you so much for tuning back into the channel, but if you are new here, welcome. Please subscribe, hit the notifications bell so you know when I upload next, and I will see you guys again very soon. Peace.